The following is a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.
From the Lancaster Ice Rink in Lancaster, PA, the Rowan Profs travel to take on the Millersville Marauders. Hello and a pleasant good evening, everyone. Tom Snapley alongside my partner in crime, Cody Decker, sports producer / camera woman today, Jasmine Brown. Glad to have her on her second trip. So, let's get right to it, Cody. Last night, Rowan traveled to Villanova, and they took care of business. Let's say Villanova's Division I club squad, Rowan with the victory, 4-1. That one goal coming towards the end of the game. What did you see from them that you liked?
Yeah, Rowan, Coach Caulfield has put their primary line in a good spot, and he puts out Alec Polis, Rob Wilworth, and Mike McGahee to anchor that strong first line. Rob Wilworth, 2 goals last night, a power play goal and an even strength goal. He looked really good out there last night, as did the entire Legion of Zoom out there with the defensive line of Andrew Doherty and Charles Quigley also in that primary line. I really like that primary line. It's a good start for the Profs. They can really get off to a strong start against some teams. It'll be a great primary line for them, but the team all in general just played well against a Division I club. They had their number last year in the Winter Classic, and they certainly had their number last night. We talked to Coach Caulfield on the bus coming down, and all he said is really this is a much faster team than last year, and you can certainly see it. Rowan can get the edge in some of these big games if they can continue to use their speed.
Now, Rowan, talking to Coach Caulfield, Rowan was a little concerned about making up some goals last year. Sure, they lost their top goal scorer, but they bring back 6 of their top 8 goal scorers. If you look at Millersville's only bring back 3 of the top 8 goal scorers, and only 1 of their top 3, as Rowan bring back 2 of the top 3. So definitely something, if you're Millersville, maybe they're trying to make up goals more than Rowan is. Rowan, they play their game. They'll be on their game if they execute everything. Go, dump the puck in, go get it. And, with the speed, it can really help them maybe on breakaway opportunities, even if they mess up defensively, getting back defensively. As for Rowan yesterday, while we stay on this topic, perfect on the penalty kill, 100%, 5 for 5, something that is huge. You're a man down, you don't let up a goal, it is huge. As far as the power play goes, they were 2 for 6. That's 33%. If they stick with that number, they're going to be the leader in the league astronomically. Very hard number to stick by, but an impressive start, to say the least. In goal today is Cody Riley. You see him warming up. Last night, faced 19 shots and stopped 18 of them. So Cody looking big country, as we call him, looking like that form he did last year. And, Rowan coming off that win, it's always great to get your first win. Millersville, they've played 3 games so far. They're 1-2 on the season thus far. These teams, and they are 1-1 at home. Millersville, that is. These teams have faced off before. Last season, November 19th, Rowan won 8-2. Goal scorers for Rowan, their captain Shane Brennan had a hat trick last year. He's gone. Patrick Curiali also gone. But Brett Leshevsky, Peter Kaz, and Alex Polis all had goals in that game, and they do return. And the 2 goal scorers for Millersville do not return this season. So, it really makes you think they've had success against this team, this goalie. Maybe Rowan could continue to have that success in this game.
Yeah, when you talk about last night's game and building off that momentum, they certainly wanted to get back at Villanova after coming off a 4-2 win last year, beating them 4-1 last night. So they definitely have the momentum. The bus was definitely alive last night. They really were enjoying themselves, and really getting off to a 3-0 lead in the first period. That's what I talk about when I say using their speed to get that edge early in games. It's going to be so key for them this season. That top line is going to be important. Alec Nikolai leading out that second line is going to be very important. The top point scorer and the assist leader for the Profs last season. And if they can take care of Millersville like they did last season, it can be easily done. And as you said, Cody Riley, big country, an athletic goalie as he always is, it's going to really help out the defense.
Again, talking about Rowan, talking about last Millersville game and how they don't have some people they had last year, obviously due to restrictions on how long you could play. 3 kids called up from Division III last year. We have Drew Dolan, Ryan Turtle, Brendan Cacavalli. Cacavalli added his first Division II goal last night. I believe they are all scratched today, having Coach Caulfield say he wants to get everyone in with the lines early in the season, see what works, see what doesn't. So you got some new looks there. Last year, I know this is this season, but because it's still early in the season, let's look at Millersville. Millersville last year at home was 11-4. That's a pretty good record. But if you look on the Rowan side, Rowan was 11-5. Rowan, Road Warriors, Millersville, home sweet home. How do you see it playing out in this game, Cody?
Yeah, I mean, again, Rowan had their number last year at Hollydale when they faced off. Coming into a road sort of environment, I know Rowan is going to be just fine. They always do well on the road, and Millersville doing well at home. It's going to be a good matchup, but honestly, I think the speed's going to be too much for Millersville. I see Rowan coming out strong. It might be a little too much for Millersville to handle, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe Millersville enjoys their home turf and they enjoy the home ice. We'll see if they have a chance tonight against the Profs.
And got just over a minute before we start. And before we do, we just want to say congratulations to Coach Caulfield. Like you alluded to yesterday before last game, him and his staff in his 10th season. And, I think the players really respond to him well. He treats us. Now, remember, everyone out there listening, we are not involved with the hockey team. We are the Rowan Television Network, and we cover the hockey team. Coach Caulfield does not have to be as nice to us as he is, but he's been great to us. He welcomes RTN. He welcomes everyone with open arms to come out, support hockey, and give him coverage, and we thank him for letting us travel with him on the bus, for being very nice to us when we're home, and being so easy to reach out to. 10th season, hope for 10, 20. As long as Coach Caulfield wants to do this, I hope he is here at Rowan doing what he loves.
A great leader for this team, and it shows in his experience, 10 years, along with assistant coach Mike Husek, assistant coach Alan Weiner. 10 years is a long time to be coaching, and really he's dedicated to this Rowan program. That's why he's here. He's a strong leader for this team. He knows the game, and his family is all throughout hockey. His son, JP, is the coach for the women's team. So really, this family's got hockey in their blood, and the Caulfields, we appreciate you guys supporting us, and the coaches as a whole always support us at RTN, always getting us viewers for any broadcast, not just hockey.
Right you are, Cody. And Coach, if you're listening to this after the game, I just want to let you know I was 9 years old when you first started coaching. Not to make you feel old, but I had to throw that in there. Looks like starting lineups are about to be announced for each side. Coach Caulfield talking to the Rowan Profs. Now, I will say this again, but Rowan is going to be in the gold and brown with the gold helmets. Millersville is in white with gold stripe on their shoulders, but they have the white helmets. For those at home, it might be a little confusing. We're sorry if the picture's not perfect and what you like. There is a net in front of us. You guys at home might not be able to see that, but there is a net in front of us, and that might make the picture look a little skewed. But, again, it's for safety precautions. I'm glad the net's here because, I don't know, Cody, were you there for the Monmouth game last season?
I was not there for the
Cody
Monmouth
was
game.
not there, but for those of you who have been listening more than just now, Benny Pinella almost got hit with the puck. And there were no nets there. So, again, we will sacrifice maybe a lesser quality picture for the safety of the net. Starting lineup's getting announced right now. After they are announced, we will announce them back to you just so everyone is in the know, and we hold for 1 minute. Lineups are set, national anthem is sung, and we are just about ready for hockey. Get you the starting lineups right before the puck drops. In net for Rowan today is Cody Riley, Alex Polis, Robert Wilworth, Mike McGahee is your line. Your defensive line's Andrew Doherty and Nick Fowler. For the Millersville Marauders, Josh Feehan, Kyle Knopp, and Robert Weinberger, excuse me, are your line. Your defensive line goes Tim DeGuris and Sean Walsh, while you have Eric Hench in net. Starting lineups announced. National anthem sung. You excited for some hockey tonight, Cody?
I'm ready to go. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen, over here in Lancaster, PA, set to go.
Rowan looking to continue the success from last night's carryover into tonight. Millersville looking to stop that momentum. We are just about ready for puck drop. Lancaster, PA, and here we go. Millersville wins the face-off. That is Walsh passing across ice, and Walsh ends up getting it back, and you see Polis pursuing, almost gets it to poke in as Woolworth takes the puck now, centers it to McGay. He gets it back, and centering try. No one's there, but Millersville players and Andrew Doherty able to keep it in as he sends it around the boards to Mike McGay. Centering try, stop with the pad. Eric Hench on the save there. Cleared out of the zone, Doherty, cross ice to Fowler. Fowler dumps it in, but right there is Walsh to intercept it. Walsh forward to Feehan. Feehan brings it in himself. Pursuing him is number 22 for the Profs, Corey Geinheiger. As it is sent into the near side corner, kept in, shot deflected and goes wide. Doherty now taking it, passing it up ice. No one's looking for Rowan though. Polis looked to get a line change, and Millersville gets the puck back as they immediately dump it in, where Fowler is there to pursue for Rowan. Swing and a miss, but Rowan does get possession of the puck. Rowan taking it up, caught right out of the air. That was number 11, Austin Batty, who caught that one. Batty still with the puck. Batty dumps it in. Cross-ice pass. And right into the net, and it will go out of play for a first stoppage in play. No, nothing. Very early in the game, only a minute 15 in. But, you know, I get the feeling this is going to be a high-energy game here.
Early chance for Rowan off a turnover. Early chance for Millersville on a turnover, each in their defensive zones. Got to be a little bit careful there. A couple opportunities for both teams, but a high, fast-paced start to this game.
Geinheiger and Aielli will be the ones taking the face-off. Aielli gets kicked. It does not get kicked out, just comes back, circles around. And the face-off won by Rowan, trying to clear, kept in. Rowan trying to get possession of that puck. People grabbing at it in the air, trying not to hand pass. Deflection, and Cody Riley deflects it off the blocker and into the net. Unlucky break for Rowan right there as the Millersville Marauders take a 1-0 lead on a kind of strange play.
Very strange play coming off the face-off. Millersville winning it, getting it into the corner. Just a simple fire in for Millersville, and Cody Riley unable to block it with the shoulder, and it goes into the net. Unlucky break for Rowan, but Millersville taking care of the opportunity. 1-0 Millersville.
And it looked like there was something strange about that it was deflected in the air or something. And when Cody went to go hit it with his blocker or shoulder, he just seemed to not. It seemed like it was a knuckleball type thing where he couldn't read it. And Rowan just got unlucky there. But if you're Millersville, you'll always take the lead and you always take the early lead, as Rowan went right down, tried to get a pass right in that low slot area, but was covered up by Hench.
You know, a goalie is looking for a straight shot like that. Any deflection is going to be tough to handle.
Right you are, partner. And Millersville gets it right into the near side corner where it is hand down and sent back into the zone, but Millersville right on top of it as they cleared into Rowan's zone. Taking out for Rowan is Matt Morelli. Morelli around the cage. Sends it, and Millersville able to keep it in again. Millersville doing a very good job of puck possession and keeping it big. Open ice check. And taking it now for Rowan is Evan Keene. Keene, forehand, backhand, loses control as Millersville sends it all the way around town. Rowan trying to keep it in. They send it behind the net, where Millersville is there to take it. And just out of the reach right there, Peter Kaz is the one controlling it for Rowan. Double team off the boards, and Millersville gets it right back. Kaz in pursuit again behind the net, looking to start up a rush. Up the boards, that is Leshevsky. Leshevsky, one hand, pass, centering try, just wide of the net. From the point, Kaz sends it in and did not get a lot of mustard on it. Millersville ends up clearing it out. There's Kaz again, he's gonna pass it behind the cage. And going up, it's gonna be a foot race now. 24 on 24. taking it back. Rowan not able to get much going offensively. They've had their opportunities, but Millersville just seems like they are all over them whenever they touch the puck. Right there, good poke check by Millersville to get it into their offensive zone. Rowan still controlling right here. Sends it. A little miscommunication with the Rowan's players. There's Doherty and Leshevsky. Poke check, slide, gets some of it. That was Grayson Petty putting his body out on the line to help Cody. Nick Fowler now. Fowler taking it up. Number 26, Connor McEwen. Still with it is McEwen. Point pass to Doherty. Behind the net is Michael Vopo. And the net seems to come off his horns when he hit it. And that looked to be Connor Quinn, who was the victim of falling and getting the net off the Morns.
Good play on the defensive end by Petty to help out his goalie, Riley. That was a key poke check. Another chance for the Marauders to score.
Millersville with the face-off here, going down ice. Seems to have a very similar game plan at Rowan with the dump and chase method almost. And Rowan getting it out, but Millersville seems to be anticipating a lot of these passes as they are right there to get it back in the zone. Doherty taking it now. Looks to weave around his own player in Petty. Sends it in the zone. That's Volpo for Rowan. That's Doherty. Sends it all the way around. First man to get it is Nick Fowler. Nick Fowler sending it way back around to McEwen. Doherty trying to battle it against the boards. McEwen in pursuit for Rowan. Grabbed by James McDonald of Millersville. Shot stopped and didn't have to move for the goalie, but it is a shot on goal for Rowan nonetheless. Taking it up now, trying to clear the zone with Josh Feen. Couldn't do it. Second attempt by a player. He is able to do it. With the puck now is Robert Wilworth for Rowan. Sends it up, center ice pass. Drop pass back to Wilworth. Weaves around a Millersville defender. Weaves around two. Backhand pass to Petty. Shot and right into the chest. That was Alex Polis, excuse me. Right into the chest of Hench. Rowan seems to maybe be getting something going offensively as they've had a couple good chances within the past couple minutes.
We talk about that primary line. Polis, Wilworth, McGahee, great stick handlers and a lot of speed. Going to be tough for the defenders of Millersville to handle for this game.
Polis and Aielli, the ones on the face-off right here as Aielli wins. Millersville doing a very good job on face-offs thus far. Tried to clear the zone, could not do it. Morelli passed it into Wilworth. Wilworth back to Polis. Polis around, brings it up, point. Oh, looking for Morelli. He was not on sides at that point. Sends it to Polis. Polis, forehand, backhand, slap shot. Off the block, pad save. Hench out of play, and we will have another face-off.
Good offensive stand by Rowan there. Couple of good chances there. Looking for a deflection into the net was McGahee off a Polis slap shot. Good idea by the profs.
Big face-off here for Rowan. Haven't done tremendous in that category thus far today. Offensive zone win for Rowan, just as I say that. Back down to Wilworth, the one who won the face-off. Trying to get it to Polis. Polis and Wilworth back there. Wilworth ended up getting possession of the puck, and they cannot keep it in. Sends it back in as Morelli, as Rowan will be in the midst of a change. That is McGahee with the puck now. Aielli for Millersville. Sends it around for Kyle Riddle. Into the corner where McGahee is there, excuse me. 22, and tripped up by the goalie, no call. And icing will be the call down on the far end of the ice. Rowan looked like they had some numbers there, just couldn't get it done.
Definitely had the numbers. They hadn't opened down on that right side, but that's an athletic play by the goalie. I'll give him credit for that. Eric Hench, for him to just go out there, sacrifice, and try and disrupt the pass where you know you're going to have that open down on the right side. That's an excellent play by Hench.
Excellent play and a goal-saving play possibly. Peter Cass slap shot from the point wide left of the net. Trying to keep it in his Rowan, unsuccessful there. Kaz hits it, but right to Aielli. He's the dangerous one. He's the one who has the goal for Millersville. Pad save, Hench. Tries to keep it in, but goes into the bench, and we'll have another face-off. 13:30 left in this first period. 1-0 Millersville Marauders.
Important for the Profs to get the opportunities they can in the offensive zone down a goal here. They are down up on shots on goal 6-1. It shows how much the opportunities are coming through. I look for Alec Nikolai to be big here on this faceoff.
That is Jonathan Collins who wins the faceoff for Millersville. Trying to get it out is Millersville. Rowan doing a pretty good job of keeping it in. Second effort, Millersville able to get it out of the zone. Rowan trying to reset here. Peter Kaz takes in his own defensive zone, winds it around, but right there was Connor Derricks. Kaz now behind the net. Fakes passes, goes around to Alec Nikolai. Up ice and could not corral it. Was Evan Keene right into the hands of a Millersville player. That player was Kyle Milosik. And the puck remains in Millersville's zone. In the corner, trying to keep it in. Shot, and it goes over the net. Out of play. 12:39 left in this first period. A lot of stoppages of play here, I'm noticing. Whether it's pucks out of play or, just a little something to note while the game's going on. Don't really know if it has an effect one way or the other, but just a little something.
You got net around 3/4 of the net. When a puck's flicked into the air, there's always a chance. And you got that low ceiling here as well, just like Howardell Ice Arena.
I'm going to wonder if that plays a factor here. Again, especially Rowan not playing home ice yet. Some of the players may not be accustomed to low ceilings yet. Ceiling was not low yesterday where we played in Villanova. Kept in, deflected, and Leshevsky's the one pursuing. Doherty now able to keep it in back to Leshevsky around the net, and Rowan was changing, so they are still able to keep it in throughout all the traffic and throughout all the times. The puck really didn't seem to be corralled by Rowan. Chipped, and that's going to Doherty. Leshevsky looked to deflect right there off Doherty's shot, but again, Hench with another impressive save. Up ice pass to Fowler. Fowler slap shot right into the breadbasket of Hench. Hench makes another save. But again, with all these saves Hench is making, Rowan's out shooting Millersville 1-7. Millersville has one shot, just so happened to go in, but Rowan has 7 shots.
And you got to think at this point, with so much pressure being put on by Rowan and its offense, when is it going to be the time that they catch Millersville or Eric Hench out of position?
And another shot. Doherty from the point. Hench, another save. Alluding to what you said, Cody, it does have to take a lot of mental toughness, however, because if Rowan's getting all these chances, it might be in the back of the mind, hey, what do we have to do to get one past this guy? So, it goes both ways. If they do keep getting these opportunities, are they going to keep driving at it, say, oh my God, we're so close? Or, maybe are they going to get a little mad that anything hasn't gone through? Curious to see how that plays out the rest of this game. As down in the far side corner, a couple Millersville players, couple Rowan players, gathered by Millersville, and losing his footing was Michael Volpo, and loosened from the net, and knocking at the door was Rowan, but couldn't get it through. And Grayson Petty now at the puck. Petty check to the boards, and taking it up ice is Tim. Oh, sorry. My bad on the name pronunciations. Rowan taking it now behind the cage. It's communication now. Rowan's trying to start up a rush. Trying to get some fresh legs in there. Chip forward. Oh, and check to the board. Looked his back to be turned. That was Michael Volpo at the receiving end of that hit, and that one's gotta hurt. Still in Rowan's defensive zone. Goes center ice now. Rowan's offensive zone, where Polis and Wilworth are right there trying to steal the puck away, but unsuccessful. McGahee now able to poke it, but not able to keep control of it, as Millersville moving in. Backhand shots and scored! Josh Feehan with a backhand try gets Millersville up 2-0.
Don't know if you heard it at home, but there was a clink of the post there on that backhand, and right in transition, Millersville coming full force. It was Key McGay. He could not keep possession there. It opened up an opportunity for Millersville, and a nice forehand backhand move there from Feehan right off the post and into the net. Millersville, an early 2-0 lead.
Apologies for the voice crack right there, folks. I don't think that's happened to me since I was about 13, but happens to the best of us, is Rowan now trying to come back from a 2-0 deficit. Similar spot they were in yesterday, except they were up 2-0 at around this point in the game, as Wilworth taking it now. Shot right into the breadbasket of Hench, and Wilworth getting a little chippy. Wilworth, he's a spark plug. He's a fiery guy. And, we got to try to get him, if you're Rowan, to not get in the penalty box. And it looks like that's exactly where he's going right now.
They're going to put him into the box for a major penalty here. And if you're the Profs, you can't get like Villanova was yesterday. You saw it yesterday, folks. Villanova was getting chippy, fighting back at the Profs, and that's not what you want to be doing if you're Rowan. Keep your emotions in check. It will be a minor penalty, 2 minutes, but that's going to be a warning for Wilworth. Another shot like that, he'll be out of this game.
Well, what happened was the play was dead, and then you saw pushing and shoving, and maybe looked like a couple punches might have been thrown or attempt to be thrown. But that's Robert Wilworth. He's a fiery guy, and him, just like the rest of the team, do have to keep their emotions in check if they want to come back and put themselves in a good spot to win. Not even halfway through the first period. 2-0 Millersville. Rowan out shooting Millersville 9-3. And we're going to see if Rowan could successfully kill off this penalty like they did 5 times yesterday. Half a minute into the power play for Millersville. Millersville had a good opportunity, and it went to the wayside. Is Rowan able to clear the puck all the way down the length of the ice? As Leszewski for Rowan, who was pursuing, and that is Morelli, who will send it back around, making Millersville skate around a little more than they want to. An off pass as it's just loose around, and nice kick stop by Morelli, and bringing it into the offensive zone and shot right at the chest of Eric Hench. Now, that's Rowan's 10th shot. They had a lot of shots, but I can't say much there. A lot of shots seem to be going right for the goalie, however.
Very good point. They haven't been really able to get their stick at an angle where they can try and find Twan in a corner or in some slot where they think it might be. It's firing right into Hench.
I hate to be critique here, because we're up here and they're on the ice and the game's moving very fast. And you definitely can't blame Morelli there, as you see Polis taking a slap shot after stealing the puck because you're shorthanded. You definitely don't have the guys. You probably don't have the time either. But it's just something I saw with a decent amount of shots that it just doesn't seem to be falling for Rowan where they're getting in the spots they want to take those shots at an angle, as way down the ice, that's Doherty sends it right into Hench. Good fundamental play by Hench, though, as he has his stick right down on the ice for it not to bounce up. That was McGahee going down the length of the ice looking for a rebound shot. Throws up by Hench, and we have 24 seconds left on the penalty kill for Rowan. Power play for Millersville.
Rowan is being very smart here. You get turnovers at center ice, they're going to try and turn it into shot opportunities. Good idea when you're down 2-0.
And when you're shorthanded, too. I know we kind of just sat there and criticized them for, well, I don't know if criticize is the word, but we were saying how they haven't gotten the best looking shots. But, you put the puck on net, good things can and most likely will happen. Especially shorthanded, you don't want to try to out-fancy them with your stick work and everything. You're already down, you might as well get the shot on net. And a successful penalty kill there for Rowan. Makes it 6 for 6 on the season, as Alex Nikolai trying to use that small body to weave around, and Nikolai's down on the ice and slow to get up. Does get up, though, and he is limping on skates. I don't know if there's a correct term for that. But for those of you who didn't see, I hope I drew the picture in your mind well enough. And Nikolai is out of the game right now. It's Fowler for the Profs. Trying to get it in the zone, does, but stolen right back by Millersville. The steal is Nick Capasco. Pursuing it in Capasco again. Hits off Wilworth, fresh out of the box. Rowan taking it, and good job by Millersville, seeming to telegraph Rowan's passes and secured what probably would have been an interception for a cross-ice pass. Rowan steals it right back, though, and Millersville steals it right back from them. passing seems not to be too crisp, or is it the defense is in good spots? Whatever the case is, a lot of interceptions as Wilworth bobbing and weaving his way around. Centering try and a beautiful glove save, Eric Hench. Corey Gonder was the one for Rowan. Backhand, trying to go top shelf. Very hard play to react if you're a goalie, and a beautiful save by Hench. Rowan almost cut the lead in half. Unsuccessful there. Another good save by Hench.
Prof side man rush, 3-on-2 in transition. Gehringer off the one-timer, unable to connect with Twine, but picked out of the air by Hench, as you said, Thomas. Good play by Hench, but also a good setup for the Prof.
And if you're Rowan, you definitely like to see that. Definitely a more contested shot from the goalie and getting past the defense. Possibly a sign of better shots to come. Again, Rowan, 3 times more shots than Millersville. 3 times, that is. And they don't have a goal. I mean, luck definitely does not determine a game or not. But Rowan just seems a little unlucky thus far with, they've had a lot of shots and they've had a lot of good shots. Just nothing falling for them early here. Still a lot of hockey to be played, though, as we are approaching the 7-minute remaining mark left in the first period. Sent down the length of the ice, Riley. Over to Kaz. Kaz into the neutral zone and back in. And stoppage of play here. His arm goes up from the referee. Looks like they're going to be calling for the face-off right outside of Rowan's defensive zone. .6:52 left in the first period. Millersville 2, Rowan 0. Millersville 0 for 1 on the power play, which means Rowan 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. 4 shots for Millersville, 12 shots for Rowan. Winning the faceoff is Rowan, and into the zone. Shot, low shot there. Looks, maybe someone could have got it if someone was there for a rebound, but good shot, unable to corral it like we've seen so much was Eric Hench. Conrad Quinn on the shot.
You come right off the face-off, you're not going to get the numbers down there for a rebound, so just a good opportunity again for the Profs, adding to their total of shots on goal at 13 here in the first period, and still plenty of time in the first period for the Profs to try to get on the scoreboard.
And chipped into the zone, and it's a scrum, and a one-on-one opportunity. And, it seems like they are calling offsides. Maybe that's the break Rowan needs. One-on-one opportunity. Yeah, Danny Madonna, yet to have a goal this year, but does have an assist. One-on-one with Riley. They could have went up 3 goals. Instead, we have a face-off in which Rowan wins. Chipped out of the air. And it looks to be 3 Profs on 1 Marauder. And 1 Marauder eventually keeping the puck for his team. Cross ice pass. Trying to keep it in was Michael Volpo, unsuccessful there, and he's right there, back with the puck, trying to keep it on sides, and unfortunately hits it off the glass, onto the net, and out of the rink.
Yeah, close call on that offsides. It seemed to be that Madonna was about a half step offsides. So good call by the referee in our book from up here, but yeah, it might have been a lucky break for Rowan if the referee may have called that close call the other way.
Well, regardless if the call was right, even if he was offsides, that is very lucky that he was offsides. Because, again, the one-on-one opportunities, I know Cody Riley's a big-time player, but, sometimes you just definitely don't want that. You want that to happen less than you do more, for defensively anyway. Grayson Petty with the puck now. Chipped out of the air, swinging at it like a baseball. Trying to toe drag his way around was Weinberger. Keeping possession of the puck, centering try, and that was Feehan looking for a second goal on the backhand. Seemed the pass was just on the wrong side of him, though, and Feehan the one pursuing down Connor McEwen. Both of them down on the ice, but Millersville keeping the rush going. Bobbing and weaving, centering try, not able to corral the puck. Shot on net. Riley still on his stomach, and Rowan doing a good job of letting Riley get reset and not having the left side of the net, which was open, not having a puck go through there. Around the cage. And they're going to go back around. Gahey pursuing for Rowan. Knopp, the one that received the pass. And dumping it in was Jonathan Collins. Shipped right up. Able to keep possession of it was Cameron Trump. To your near side corner. Oh, bobbing and weaving. Some nifty stick handling there. You gotta like what you're seeing from Robert Wilworth today. Down to McGahee off the boards. To Fowler. Fowler unable to control it. Doherty shot and does not get to the goalie. Turnaround shot for Wilworth. Does not go wide left of the net. Doherty keeps it in like he does so well. Shot. That one had some heat on it. That one was rising. But Eric Hench right there to make the save.
4:04 to go here in the first period, and now the Profs starting to get that control back. A great defensive stand there by the Profs. Cody Riley, like you said, on his stomach. That whole left side of the net was open. If only there could have been a centering pass to come through, but the Profs were able to block it off.
Good defensive play by the Profs right there. And speaking of defense, Millersville turning defense into offense, and they're offsides. Millersville's definitely have to watch that second offsides call where it looked like they had the numbers advantage and they couldn't do anything because they were called offsides.
Ethan and Harrison Beauchamp, the two, I'm supposing brothers on this team there, unable to communicate on that one as a player was offside.
Buck being batted around in the air. Moving, trying to go cross ice to Polis. Unsuccessful there. Got to hand it to the Millersville players for a nice poke check. Polis, one-on-one, shot, and another great save. Eric Hench. Probably not the angle Polis wanted to go. It was his forehand side, though, but really eliminating that whole right part of the net when you're coming into the left side. Tough break for Rowan. Looks like they might have had something going there. Unsuccessful, though. Kaz looking. Seemed to kind of just throw it towards the front of the net. No Rowan player there. Hench freezes it.
Forehand side, you had two players coming off the blind side back to the Polis play and just unable to get a good angle on a stick.
And it looks, Polis looking to go around the net and sneak one past there, and Hench says not today. And again, another good save. That's a very hard save to make when you got a lot of sticks poking in at you. Rowan, you got to give it to them, though. They're keeping it coming. 15 shots on goal this period. Morelli trying to get control of that bouncing puck and never does. Numbers 3-on-1. Dives on the ice. Cody Riley with the save. Looks like some feet got tangled up. Seemed like Morelli with the late hit there. And doesn't look like anything's going to be called. Or it looks like I'm wrong. That was Morelli with the late hit there, and he will be assessed a 2-minute minor. Rowan already 1 for 1 on the kill today. Millersville 0 for 1 on the power play. Rowan trying to climb an uphill battle, down 2-0, and now down a man for the next minute 50. That is Leszewski for Rowan. Able to disrupt the stick pattern, but not able to get control of the puck. Profs poked it, but right to Matt Aielli. And just as all that's going on, a power play goal for Millersville. Millersville taking a 3-0 lead. Again, power play goal. 1 for 2 on the power play today is Millersville.
That's number 78, Kyle Riddle. Nobody was in that slot, and Kyle Riddle was able to just sneak in there, find between the legs of Cody Riley, stuffing it into the net, and a 3-0 Millersville lead. The Profs really needed to get a stop on that.
Second goal for Riddle on the season. And it looks like that could be a big one as Millersville continue to create some separation between Rowan. You know, this game looks eerie similar from last night, except Rowan being the one down 3-0. Looking to try to gain some momentum back now that's even strength. That's Morelli, and Morelli gives it the puck up in center ice. And Millersville taking it into the defensive zone, and that is Wilworth able to get it back to McGahee, excuse me. Fowler taking it now. This is Alex Polis. He's got a dangerous shot. Shot seemed to be through the defender, Kyle Misalek, but corralled by Eric Hench, just like the rest of their 16 shots.
Give credit to Millersville. They're getting in the right positions. In transition, they seem to be in the right spot almost every time. And on the power play there, you're a man up. You take advantage of an open slot position. That's just good job by Millersville.
Seems to be very well disciplined today through the first 18 minutes of this game so far. Doherty slap shot to the wayside by Hench. And Wilworth gets knocked down. Back to Doherty. And arms in the air, delayed penalty will be called. Goalie is down. And whistle is blown. And they're going to check on it, see if Hench is okay. And McGahee and Austin Batty exchanging words. Oh. Yes, Austin Batty. Exchanging words, and they are still jawing at it. Batty refusing to get into the penalty box so far. Eventually does, though, so Rowan will have their first power play of the day. Millersville, the first penalty kill. As I said on the season, Rowan 2 for 6 on the power play.
And this will be a big break for Rowan if they do end up a man up. And a minute 49 to go. The power play will carry in the second period unless they can get on the scoreboard. So hopefully they can get a good opportunity here with the man up.
Now, this is a little obvious to say, but you want to score here. You want to score all the time, anytime. But being down 3-1, looking to potentially be on a power play as the refs and everyone sorts it out. And it'll be 4 minutes. Rowan will be on power play. So even double minor penalty. Yes, double minor penalty. So obviously, again, you want to score. But you're down 3-0, and not that they seem exhausted or anything, but the air just could be sucked out of Rowan. The life could be sucked out of them. So if you score here, it's a huge uplift, getting the momentum going into the second period as a shot was deflected by a couple players. And far side shot. Rowan looking to go high, but another good glove save by Hench. 19 seconds into the power play, Rowan already having an impressive shot. So Rowan, game plan seems to be to come out firing in this power play.
And if you want to get back in this game, take advantage of the double minor time that you do have. And could be a problem here for Rowan.
And, good face-off win by Rowan, but again, telegraphing their passes a little bit as Madonna was able to steal the puck and go all the way down the length of the ice. And even disrupt right there, disrupting the offsides. Still getting called, though. Alec Nikolai not happy as you saw him skate off the ice, smash his stick down on it.
Had to be a miscommunication there. Those players did not come back after a player kind of sort of slipped past the blue line, but again, miscommunication there for Rowan. It's going to come back into the near side here.
And that's what we were talking about really with Rowan and being down in this scenario, how you still got to stay sharp and you can't. Playing lazy, he was not playing lazy, but obviously miscommunications are going to happen as Polis fires a slap shot and another save by Hench. But you got to even try to be sharper than ever when you're down, because not now because it's still early, but when you're down with such a lead, you don't know, emotions are a little higher because everyone's a little mad, people blaming each other, people maybe trying to become a hero. Not a great recipe to score goals, but we know this Rowan team. We know they are mentally tough, and they will do their best to overcome this hurdle. 3 minutes left on the power play. 45 seconds left in the period as a centering try goes for naught. That is Doherty, who passed it down. And now behind the cage, Rowan will take it. Still behind. Going and centering try to Polis. And it looks like that was Feehan, who has a goal today, making a good defensive play. Knew exactly where Polis was going. Able to kind of kick it right into Hench, where Hench was able to freeze it.
Rowan trying to get Millersville out of position. It seems to be the only way that they can possibly get a goal past Hench today. 27 seconds to go here in the first period.
Woolworth and Collins, the ones facing off. That is Doherty, who ends up with the puck after the face-off. And, behind the net. Did not look like he was going to shoot. That is Robert Wilworth. 3 goals in 2 days. Rowan getting something back. 19 seconds left in the period. 2:31 left on the power play. Remember, power play was double minor. And Rowan had some fight in them after all, just as we were saying. And gets a goal.
That's just a smart play by Wilworth, and we're pretty impressed with how he's been playing the last 2 games to start off the season. Coming out from the corner, Polis is in the slot. Millersville expecting a centering try. Wilworth, the fancy stick work, putting it past Hench. That's just a great play from Wilworth. Smart play. And Rowan is on the board.
Well, you saw right there, Millersville was in that classic kind of square formation that defenses normally do when they're killing a penalty. So Rowan's been telegraphing passes, as we've been saying, and Millersville seemed to expect the centering try. Woolworth, noticing that, takes the most of his opportunity, goes to shoot it, keeps the puck low, sneaks it in past Hench for the goal. And clock stops now. Again, words exchange. Referees have to split it up. 1 second left in the period. And, well, because of a clock malfunction that happened, they did not start the clock for a couple seconds. So, even though there is still technically 1 second, you hear the buzzer sound, and that is the end of the first period. Rowan 3, Millersville 1. Cody, what'd you see in this period? What'd you like, what you didn't like from both sides?
For the Rowan Profs, you get the goal. You're back down to a two-goal deficit now at 3-1, and the Profs have I think they were caught off guard by Millersville. I think they I don't want to say they underestimated them. It is the beginning of the season. You're seeing a different team. But the Profs just kind of in transition, not taking control on defense. They seemed yesterday to go aggressively after the puck. And in transition, at some points they were just beaten out by numbers, and at some points it didn't seem they were kind of hustling to the puck. We'd like to see them get more aggressive defensively, but that's just a great smart play by Wilworth to put a goal on for the Profs. And for Millersville, they've been taking advantage of the numbers in transition, catching them out of position. On the last goal, that third goal, nobody was in the slot. It's just smart hockey. They're playing smart hockey, and they've got Rowan on their heels. It's a good job for Millersville. Rowan needs to make some adjustments going into the next period.
Josh Bean, Matt Aielli, and Kyle Riddle are the goal scorers for Millersville. Goal scorer for Rowan was Robert Wilworth. Got a 3-1 lead. Stay right here, live.rtnch5.com, Rowan Channel 5, for second and third period action. If you see this, we're going to try to keep it on the scoreboard. Again, little Wi-Fi difficulties. We're running off a hotspot right now. So if the screen does go black in between periods, don't worry about it. We're going to get our hotspot back and running so we can get you second and third period action right here at Lancaster Ice Rink. Stay tuned for more hockey here on Rowan Channel 5. And welcome back, folks. Tom Snapley, Cody Decker, Jasmine Brown here, bringing you second period action. Rowan Profs at Millersville Marauders. Little first period recap again. We got goal scorers again for Millersville. Josh Feehan, Matt Aielli, Kyle Riddle. For Rowan, we have Robert Wilworth. For those of you non-math majors out there, that means Rowan down 3-1. But let's look on the bright side here. Rowan has outshot Millersville 20-6. And they have a minute 42 of the power play going into this period, considering number 11, Austin Batty, had a double major penalty, which Rowan was able to score their goal off of.
Yeah, and if they're going to want to get back in this game, Thomas, you're down 2 goals. At least try and get 1 on this power play. Go one goal down on your deficit, and that'll make things a little bit easier on you to try and take the rest of the game to get the lead.
Good news for Rowan is there's a lot of hockey left to play. 2 periods to be exact. And Rowan trying to start up something here. That is Wilworth. Wilworth putting a nice check. Wilworth, again, being the fiery player he is. High energy guy. Now, again, call it maybe a spark plug type player. And it looks like Millersville has the numbers. Looking for his second goal. Beautiful save, Cody Riley. One side of the net to the other. Millersville could not put it home. Cody Riley, big country, big acrobat, big everything for Cody Riley on that save right there.
Big country, big time.
Yeah,
big time save.
That's pro. That's all I could say about that. That was definitely beauty to watch. As Rowan now taking it in the offensive zone. Centering try, kicked away. Alex Polis to Doherty. Doherty does not go back to Polis, takes it himself. Goes to Wilworth. Wilworth from the point. Wilworth passing it to McGahee. McGahee back to Wilworth. Calling for its Polis. Doherty from the side. Up in the air. Doherty looking to poke it back. But the puck rolled right to where Eric Hench seemed to land from standing up straight. Eric Hench making another nice save.
Power play unit looks to continue to look strong, though. Great communication, working it around, getting the flow going. Doherty sinks towards the net. McGahee and Wilworth come around. Polis near the right side of the net. That's great communication, a good stand for the power play, even though they don't convert.
And Rowan winning the faceoff right here. Looking to try to cut this lead to 1 goal. The no-look pass right there. Back to the point, cross ice. Fires it in for Nikolai. Nikolai trying to stop it with his hand. Nikolai taking it now. Nikolai up to the point. To the point, back to Nikolai. Nikolai fakes his shot, then takes a shot, loose in front of the net, and won't go in. Turnaround shot wide of the net. That's Peter Kaz trying to keep it in, chips it in. Millersville having some trouble corralling it. Is Rowan able to keep it in their zone? Centering try, Nikolai, wrong side of him, turnaround shot, deflected, shot right to Hench. Nikolai trying to hit it out of the air. No can do there. Goalie is down. Whistle is blown. Power play over. 17:55 left in this period. 3-1. Still your score.
That's been happening a lot. The goalie has been either hit with the puck somewhat or something happens where we're at a tough angle to see. But that's happened 3 times now in this game. And really there hasn't been, especially on that instance, there wasn't a Rowan player even by the goalie.
Yeah, Hench definitely seems a little erratic. Very surprised that hasn't come back to bite him a little, as you see him dive in front for passes, and you see him right there getting involved in the play when maybe he doesn't have to. So him being his style of play leading to, he's not hurt, he's still in the game, but leading to, his helmet coming off and him being in high traffic areas. And, if you're out of the blue, just like a regular player, it's like when the quarterback turns into a runner in football. There's not going to be any special penalties for you if you're that far out of the net. Rowan trying to turn up their defensive pressure. And now back to even strength. Rowan taking it behind the net. To the point. Back down low. And Millersville getting it, but keeping it in. A shot from the blue line. Saved. Hench taking the shot was Andrew Dolan. And mentioning he is one of the players, D3 players, called up to this Rowan D2 team. Looking to make his impact right there.
You got pretty much the same team, but you're looking at the 5 seniors that graduated last year, just trying to fill in spots, and mostly they were on the 3rd line, and Shane Brennan, as well as the primary forward Slav Auction on the 2nd line.
And you saw Peter Kaz taking a shot that just could not find the net, a little wide to the left, and the shot goes in, and Riley sends it to the wayside. Rowan getting the puck back, trying to send it around the boards, but right onto the stick of a Millersville player. Peter Cass taking it up, and off the boards he goes, and Rowan unsuccessful in clearing their own zone. That's Dolan fighting. Oh! Some manpower right there. Just shoves Millersville player right down to the ground. That player is Jonathan Collins, 6'4" Jonathan Collins. And back on the other side was Conrad Quinn, looking to go forehand, backhand, and up high. Could not get it into the net there. Oh, and Petty's tripped up while he was trying to weave his way past the player. That is Collins, and sends it to the wayside is Riley. Big check. Rowan keeping their composure, getting the puck, and seems to little miscommunication. Now a lot of pushing and shoving go on, and not too much pursuit of the puck. But who comes with the puck is Kaz, and Riley gets his stick knocked out of his hand. And Petty a little pushing and shoving after the play was over. Well, Riley come to skate to the bench after the stick was knocked out. And it looks like Rowan's going to go on the power play. Third time today. Nick Capasco, the one for Millersville, going to the penalty box. 2-minute minor.
The stick slips out of Riley's hand. You don't slap the stick out of the way. You can't do that. That's taking away protection from the goalie. That's an interference call, and that will be Capasso going to the box. Rowan another chance on the power play.
You know, I like to mix my sports references. Seeing that reminded me of that play in 04 where Alex Rodriguez slapped the ball out of Bronson Arroyo's hands.
Oh, yes. Yep.
You being a Yankee fan, I know that that resonates with you. But,
Absolutely.
you know, it's stuff like that that you just can't do it. No room for it in the game. 2-minute minor assessed properly. See if Rowan could keep the energy that they had on last power play going in this one. Wilworth. Centering try. Shot. One-timer. Scored. And Rowan, less than 30 seconds into the power play, gets the power play goal. One-timer. Trying to figure out the identity, the mystery man who scored the goal. It looks like that was Conrad Quinn. Conrad Quinn. Look at that. First goal in the season. Congrats to Conrad Quinn.
Robert Wilworth continues to impress me. That's the way to come out with the puck, and just you got Millersville out of position just like you wanted to. One-timer, Conrad Quinn on the other side. 3-2, Millersville lead. And we will go back to even strength here, but that's exactly what Rowan needed. A bad penalty, to say the least, on the Millersville player, and Rowan to come out, get out of position, get the Millersville defense out of position, work it around, go get a goal. Well done by the Profs.
Definitely, and again, there is a constant in these two goals. Robert Wilworth's that constant. Scored one and set up the play beautifully, among other factors as well. Getting the goal, but directly with the goal. Wilworth involved in both. Great to see if you're the Profs. And again, mistakes are coming back to bite Millersville, and Rowan is taking advantage of them. So, again, obviously, any hockey team, you're Millersville, you want to cut down on the penalties. But if it's especially coming back to bite him, is Rowan 2 for 3 on the power play today. Doherty, great job of it, keeping it in. And ends up going right back to Doherty. Shot from the blue line. Oh, tripped up by Hench was McGahee. No call. Looked like he just took his feet out from under him. Play does continue, however. Riley. Oh, swing and a miss in Millersville. Getting the puck back, sending it across ice and into center ice where McGahee goes, trips, falls, turnaround pass intercepted by Millersville. And no hand pass call there as it was batted out of the air. Looking for a second goal. Glove save, Cody Riley. See Robert Wilworth right there right after the play happened. Giving Feehan a little nice tap on the shin with the stick.
That's Rob Wilworth. That's all I can't even say anything more. That's Rob Wilworth. That's the kind of player he is.
Definitely tries to get in the head of players and win that psychological battle. Very entertaining player, to say the least. And Rowan might have a breakaway play. That's Nikolai. Bouncing puck, couldn't get control of it, turns around and oh wow, a lot of bodies out in front of the net as Nikolai had tripped and pushing and shoving. As Nikolai still down in the net actually, and ends up getting up. Looks like everyone's okay, but the route Nikolai took and the bouncing puck he couldn't get control of kind of forced him to go into Hench. And players. And what is this? Sean Welsh. First time in the box today for Mr. Welsh. Now, like I said, the route Nikolai took kind of forced him to go into the net, and seemed like some Rowan players were just kind of crashing the net, and that's when you saw Welsh deliberately come in and hit from behind, and it looks like that will be the reason he gets in the box. And scoreboard here, we have Tim DeGuris also in the box. Seems like he was initiating some of the extracurricular activity. 5-on-3 here for Rowan for the next 2 minutes. 2 for 3 on the power play so far.
Just huge. Absolutely huge. Nikolai definitely had to clear out to the net, though. That's definitely a penalty for the trip and the extracurricular activity. The rest have pretty much seen enough.
And checking up on Hench is the referee. Hench does seem to be shaken up a little bit because, you know, even though the players were coming to help him, he was on the receiving end of big hits. Now, your own, you've had great success. 2 for 3. I'm going to call that great success in the power play today. Now, you're up 2 men this time. How big would this be to tie up the game and have them all on power plays?
You're talking about,
how big would that be?
Yeah, you're talking about tying up a game where you have been offensively in control. It shows in the shots on goal numbers, 24-10 now in this game. You're dominating offensively. You've been caught off guard defensively sometimes, but so far this period has been all Rowan on the offensive. So that's how big it is. Rowan's on the offensive. They're 2 men up now. They're going to keep putting the puck on net and try to tie this game.
I think if you're Rowan, maybe this might, again, I know I said you definitely want to score all the time anywhere. This might be a must-score situation here, because if you're Millersville and you've given up the 2 power play goals and Rowan's had the momentum for the first almost 6 minutes of the period, and they end up getting a stop when they're down 2 men, that'll be a huge momentum shift. So if you're Rowan, definitely want to keep the momentum on your side going. Centering try. Deflected back to Dolan. Dolan to Kaz. Dolan to the side, and shot did not hit the net at all. That was Evan Keene who took the shot. Evan Keene back again. Centering try, looking for Nikolai, sneaking in from the back, but the pass could not get there. Peter Kaz. Drew Dolan to Nikolai. Nikolai shot. Oh, glove save and a beauty. That puck seemed to be behind him when he made the save. Hench keeping this a 1-goal game.
Nikolai wanted that so bad, and if you saw his reaction, I don't know if we got his reaction on the camera, but man, he wanted that one so bad, and he thought he had it, but that's just a great play by Hench. When you're 3 men down, you're not going to have too much protection between you and the net, so great play by Hench.
I barely even saw that puck. I don't even think Hench saw it the whole way because his hand was behind him when he caught it. Great save to say the least, and again, Hench keeps it at a 1-goal game. Minute 13 left in this power play. Rob Wilworth. Shot. Oh, one-timer to Polis. Polis ends up getting the puck back. Polis, a very quick skater, centering try to Morelli, and it ends up going behind the net where Polis regathers. Doherty shot, scored! Top shelf. Blocker side, stick side. And a minute 5 into this power play. Rowan up 5-3, and men ties the game at 3-3.
I saw a deflection there. That definitely had to change patterns. I really don't think Doherty definitely initiating the shot on the slap shot, but I saw a deflection. I think Matt Morelli got a piece of that net. He might be credited with the goal, but definitely a great job by Doherty. It didn't seem as if that shot took a direct path. I may be wrong. Doherty initiating the shot is great, and there was definitely traffic in front. I thought I saw a deflection.
Regardless, Cody, one of us is right. So that's the thing. One of us is right here. So, Rowan, they continue for 55 seconds on this power play. Now they're up 1 man. Interesting here, but yeah, you know, whether Doherty got it, whoever got it, will try to get the official scoring as soon as possible as it deflects and Rowan trying to keep it in and sent down the ice. Rowan, again, doing a very, very good job on the power plays.
On the 5-on-3, now they can't let two guys out of the box at one time, so it'll be one guy coming out of the box, and the 5-on-4 continues.
And this is where the power play stat gets a little misleading, because for 55 seconds they're on this power play. Now, it's not a full power play, but because you are up a man at any time because of a penalty, it is a power play, and the shot goes wide. Taking the shot was Charles Quigley. Charles Quigley last year battled some injuries. Foot injury, broke a bone in his foot. Glad to see him back out on the ice, hoping to make contributions to the team this year as he did last year, but hopes to be healthy for a full season. And again, glad to see Quigley out on the ice. That is McGahee passing it to the wrong side of Quigley. Quigley straight to the boards. Trying to get to Doherty. Doherty poking. Doherty keeping possession of it. Doing a very good job. Wilworth cross ice. Polish shot and does not hit the net and goes all the way around the boards. And that is Doherty for Rowan. Chips it up. That is Wilworth. And that power play is over. Stolen away by Millersville right there. Centering try on his knees. Wilworth making the plays. Trying to clear. Unsuccessful there. Backhand try. Cody Riley with a pad save. Closing up the 5-hole. Looks like that's where he wanted to go. And Rowan giving it away in their own defensive zone. Shot went wide. Doherty sends it around, and that is McGahee. Cross ice pass. Samuel Meyer for Rowan. Trying to get a shot off. Could not. Right there. And it's a foot race. Rowan winning there, sending it around, and Millersville unable to keep it in. Looked like they might have had a chance. Too much Tabasco on it, as good old Benny Pinella used to say. And chipped off a Millersville player. That did go to Meyer. And ends up in the Rowan defensive zone. That's Leshevsky. Leshevsky, turnaround shot, backhand, and it's loose in front of the net. No one can corral it. Sends it out, slap shot, and blocked. What a beautiful job. That was Sean Welsh putting his body out on the line. And coming down the length of the ice is Harrison Beauchamp. Bad angle, could not get that one-on-one opportunity. Every forward so covets. Rowan, again, unsuccessful clearing the zone, and it ends up going out of play, which might be the best thing for Rowan right now. Tied the game. They have momentum going, but they're having a little trouble clearing their defensive zone right now, creating clean offensive 5-on-5 opportunities.
Yeah, transition play there. Harrison Beauchamp coming down the ice. Really, if only he could have handled it, he might have had a one-on-one opportunity with Riley. But Rowan's defense gets a little lucky there on that chance, able to stop play there as the puck was in the net.
I think the face-off might have been a good thing for Rowan to get them to settle down a little bit as they take it into the offensive zone. Shot never reaches the net. Rowan ends up getting it. Trying to go behind. It's Grayson Petty who tried to just poke it into the side of the net. And Petty sending it back down. Where Connor McEwen is trying to get control. Goes down. Gets right back up. Puck still in Rowan's zone, but it's cleared. 1-on-1. 3-on-1 in favor of the Rowan's defense. Connor Derricks, the offensive man for Millersville. And puck sent down the length of the ice, and that is an icing call. 3-3, 9:27 left here in the second period.
Great play by Drew Dolan on that one-on-one. He was able to poke it away, stop the momentum of the Millersville player. It goes into the corner. Peter Kaz was hustling down the ice and providing help. Good job by Dolan and Kaz on that defensive stand.
You know, Millersville really seems to be playing very well, very sound hockey when it's 5-on-5. And taking a shot right there and just goes wide of the net. Peter Cash trying to corral for Rowan, unsuccessful there. And great job by Dolan stopping it with his ankle. That's got to hurt. That's the one part of your body that's really not padded. And a great job by Petty getting down and dirty. stopping the puck. Centering try, and great job. He had the open side of the net. Rowan's defense preventing a goal right there. Excellent defense. Good offensive play though, just couldn't get it through. Peter Kaz trying not to telegraph the pass and still trying to send it up, and it is Nikolai who has it. Just out of the reach, number 15, Evan Keene. Keene now trying, bob and weave his way past defenders, make a clean pass. Keene does not know where the puck is, centers it. Nick Fowler taking a shot. Oh, right off ankle, it looked like, of Mattielli. Sending it back behind the cage. Nikolai had it on the backhand, lost it. Kept in the zone. Still centering pass just to the wrong side. Cannot get his stick into the near side corner, trying to send it up, and it goes out of play, and Rowan will have an offensive zone faceoff. 8:01 left here in the second period. Score still tied at 3. Very interesting to see here what Rowan does. Again, like I was saying, Millersville has a very good game plan, it seems, 5-on-5, and they seem to be executing their game plan very well 5-on-5. Rowan now can have a chance to start in their zone, winning this face-off 5-on-5. Let's see if they could create a scoring opportunity or even score here. Shot. Went a little wide, looked to go off the goalie. I tried to chip it over the stick, ends up on the stick of Wilworth. Ref, in the wrong place at the wrong time. And puck goes out of play again. Less than 30 seconds into the last face-off. Rowan getting another face-off in their offensive zone.
Rowan still managing the shots on goal battle very well here, 25-14, and of course, some of those are definitely in part to the penalties, as Rowan has gotten 2 power play goals, and it did take some effort, a couple of shots to get it there, but they have done justice on offense today.
And a 2-on-2 opportunity for Millersville. Shot in. Cody Riley seems to have poked that to the wayside, where McGahee ends up getting control of the puck, sends it in. Wilworth. Polis, weaving. Polis trying to get by. Unsuccessful there. But it looks like McGahee turns around. Pokes it down. Wilworth looking to center back to McGahee. Intercepted there. And sent up in the air. McGahee looking to corral that puck without getting a hand pass. Good poke check. Bringing down to the ice was Fowler. Was the one dragged down to the ice. Getting back up, this is Rob Wilworth. Rob Wilworth looking to take it into the zone himself, and does. Rob Wilworth shot and sent to the wayside behind the net and chipped up into the near side corner. That is Polis. Polis unable to keep it in the zone and sends it into the zone all the way around, and Rowan will change. And trying to clear it down ice, that is still Fowler who comes out with it. Sent in to Leshevsky. Bounces over the stick of Leshevsky. Shot and scored! Right place at the right time. Great job, and it looks like Conrad Quinn again on the goal. Leshevsky had the puck bounce over his stick, saw Quinn out of the corner of his eye, passed it to him. Quinn, no one in front of him, goes top shelf, gives Rowan the 4-3 lead.
That's exactly what Rowan needed, an even strength goal to solidify their offensive dominance so far in this period. And right there, Leshevsky able to come out with the puck and find Conrad Quinn. Millersville was not in position in the slot there. Great job by Rowan to get this 4-3 lead.
Again, great job by Leshevsky staying with the play. Looked like he may have had an opportunity for just him and the goalie, but stayed with the play, found his teammate Conrad Quinn. 4 unanswered goals for Rowan. And sent around, and a little bit of a dangerous play by a goaltender, and a shot and right into the breadbasket again of Hench. Now Hench did not see number 24 Samuel Meyer pursuing him from behind and kind of did a lazy pass. If Meyer was a step or two in front of where he was, he could have stole that and put it into the net while Hench's back was turned. Lucky there for Hench. A little bit of a risky play as we see Millersville try to answer back to Rowan. Good poke check right there. As Millersville opts to send it down into the corner. Scrum along the boards. And the puck ends up being taken out by Matthew Morelli. And down the length of the ice comes Rowan. And backhand try over the net, over the goalie. And the clock is not running, and it just does. Very curious to see what they do, if they do anything, to run off some time there.
Had to be 10, 15 seconds that weren't running on that clock.
I honestly wasn't paying attention. I will definitely trust your judgment, as I do 9 out of 10 times, Cody. Back down Millersville, trying to pass, unsuccessful there. Swing and a miss to say. But they get the puck back. Turnaround shot from behind the net, and Riley says no. Sent down the length of the ice. That's Grayson Petty for Rowan. Swing and a miss again as Petty checks down the 6'4". Jonathan Collins. Shot and scored! And a beautiful play. Rowan taking the 5-3 lead. Great job to stay with the play. Caught Millersville out of position, seems again.
Told you what, these players that have been called from D3 to D2 continue to impress me, and Gehringer kind of pulled a Woolworth play right there. Getting crafty with the puck, able to come out with it on the loose puck, and he's going nifty with it and just gets Welsh out of Hench out of position. Great job by Gehringer to just come out with a loose puck and keep going, and that will end the day of Eric Hench as Mark Doffers comes into the game.
2 games. 2 goals scored by former Division III players, so definitely making their impact known today. Again, Coach Caulfield said he was going to try to mix up the lines, and again, you mix up the lines, you got people with new players and new lines, and again, 2 players that were not on the team last year. 1 scored yesterday, 1 scored today.
Gehringer's been on the puck a lot these last 2 games. He's a really aggressive player, a strong forward, always going after the puck, always trying to make a play. He had a couple of shots yesterday, and he has done an excellent job, I think. When you're talking about depth on this team, where you can go past the primary line and depend on these players, Gehringer, Drew Dolan, Ryan Trudell, Brandon Cacavelli, Sam Meyer, all those players that have come up, they're going to need to be dependent on. They are really filling a good need here for the Profs.
Definitely look to be Profs players. They have that attitude. They have that play style. Like you said, that is the end of the day for Eric Hench. Eric Hench saw 28 shots, let 5 go by. Again, for you non-math majors, that's making 23 saves, which is more than Riley today. But Riley has not seen as many shots. Rowan defense seemed to be doing what they wanted to do all game. As this game progresses, seem to come off to a slow start. And now in goal, Mark DeForest. Left-handed goalie, another left-handed goalie. Wow, surprised I didn't catch that before, to be completely honest with you. Cody also a left-handed goalie.
Rowan's been a dominant offensively today as well. They've had to have spent a lot of this game, and especially in this period, a lot of offensive zone possession, and it shows with the 5 goals in this period.
Oh, and a one-time shot, looking for maybe a deflection right there, looking to go up. Looking for a second goal of the game is Mattielli. Almost got it too, very close. For those of you who just tuned in, or tuned in not at the start of the broadcast, reminding you that Rowan is the one in the gold jerseys and the gold helmets, while Millersville are the ones, I should say, correct my grammar, with the white jerseys, with the gold on the shoulders and the white helmets. Rowan in gold, Millersville in white. Rowan with the gold helmet, Millersville in the white helmet. And penalty coming up for Rowan. Power play. Kyle Riddle has a goal on the day. Assess the penalty here. Rowan, 3 for 5 on the power play today. Looks to keep it going.
Rowan player was defenseless by the boards, trying to recover the puck, and Riddle hits a defenseless man. He's blindsided. He's unable to see him coming. It's 2 minutes for boarding on Riddle.
Excellent narration of the penalty. I feel like I was there, Cody. So now we have your far side corner. A lot of stick work back to Doherty. Doherty, someone who's very sure-handed at keeping the puck in, does not, and Doherty trips up a player And that's the end of the Rowan power play. That was Danny Madonna who was tripped up. And, you don't like to see that. You never like to see a penalty. Looked like Madonna was going one-on-one with Cody Riley. Potentially could have been a goal-saving penalty, but you never want to say that, because if they score on the power play, or even if they score 4-on-4, Millersville that is, you look at it in hindsight as a stupid penalty. So going to leave my penalty comments to myself till after the conclusion of the 4-on-4, the Millersville power play / Rowan penalty kill.
Doherty may have saved the goal, though. If the player came out with that, and I mean, Doherty was tripped up. There was another Rowan player coming from the other side, but Doherty may have saved themselves a goal there against.
And you could tell he knew what he did. No argument from Doherty, the Rowan players, or the Rowan coaching staff after that. As that puck's deflected out of the air, loose in front of the net. Riley was the one pursuing, but Riley able to freeze it in time. Minute 5 left on the 4-on-4. 3:15 left in the second period. Your score is 5-3, Rowan Profs over the Millersville Marauders.
So if I could do my math correctly, Thomas, that is a 29-second difference between the even strength 4-on-4 and the power play. So not much time for Millersville to operate with the man up, but if they are in their offensive zone, they can maybe get something going and maybe get 1 or 2 chances to fire at net.
Yeah, math and sports going hand in hand, as we've had to make a bunch of numbers references and a bunch of mental math today, which is not exactly my strong suit.
I just hope I was right.
And that was Nikolai taking it up for the Profs right there. Tried the turnaround pass, and that's Nikolai poke checking it, and ends up going to the stick of a couple Rowan players, batted around, and it's Nikolai again with the puck. Nikolai taking it in again, 4-on-4 right now for the next 28 seconds. And you hear Coach Clawfield screaming point, but he sends it back down to Nikolai. Nikolai sending it around the boards for Keene. Keene back to Nikolai. Nikolai back to Keene. And, does not get a shot off. Ops for the pass was Geringer. And chipping it forward, and Peter Kaz trying to poke it, tries, and it was Geringer who ended up getting the poke. Centering tries, Geringer again, getting involved, got a goal, couple nice poke checks right there, and a 2-on-1 for Rowan possibly. Keene shot, and he looked to go upper left 90, but looks to be deflected. Missed right there, did not opt for the one-timer, might have been the right decision. But on the other side, we have Millersville coming back, shot deflected away. Who took the shot was James McDonald. McDonald again in the scrum. That is Weinberger for the Marauders. That is Polis now for the Profs. Sends it down ice over the head of McGahee. But McGahee ends up poke checking it, and Leshevsky throwing it towards the net, hoping McGahee was there. No such luck. And McGahee not offsides, as Rowan is able to touch the puck if they could ever get possession of it. And they do. Keeping it in, Brian Keller. Polis. Back down. Off the stick of McGahee to Leshevsky. Leshevsky down low. Turnaround pass. Looking for Polis. Polis did not see the puck. Does now and gets it to McGahee. McGahee. Look to go point, opts not to. Leshevsky looking to go center, but has to get possession of the puck and just opts to go to the far side corner. And just throws it in front of the net, where the puck is met by 3 Marauders. And Brian Keller now takes it. Keller to Fowler. Fowler in. Rowan getting some fresh legs out. Millersville also getting some fresh legs out. And offsides is called. Jonathan Collins.
29 seconds to go here in the second period. The Profs up 5-3, a 2-goal lead. And the face-off coming back into the neutral zone. The near side boards. Going to be important here. If Millersville wants to get back, maybe take another chance, win the face-off, go down the ice for Rowan. They could tack on another goal for a 3-goal lead, possibly. As the face-off's now going to come back into the Rowan offensive zone. Good chance if they win the face-off again.
I got to say, the music here is something else. We had some Mac Miller, we had Jay-Z, now we got Neil Diamonds. It is definitely, I want to say, satisfying all age groups right here. And, you know, again, with a lot of these quick stoppages, Sweet Caroline keeps playing. I'm hoping to get to the chorus myself. That's just me. If anyone's ever fortunate enough to go to Boston, go to a Red Sox game, Sweet Caroline in the 8th inning is definitely something very fun. But back to hockey. It's Millersville taking it, trying to clear, and a shot from the point, and it does not find any part of the net or goalie, and that's Wilworth now. Blocker save, Wilworth still with the puck. Wilworth trying to go up and over the net as time expires here in the second period. Rowan, 4 goals in that period. 5 total goals unanswered. 5-3 heading into the second period. Cody, I want to hear from you.
You know, last season I think it's pretty clear to say that the Rowan was a later in the game team. Second, third period is when they really turned it on. So today had to be the case. You go down 3-0 in the first, you come out in the second, you're in a pretty big hole when it comes in terms of hockey scoring. 3 goals is a pretty decent hole that you need to climb out of. Rowan dominated. I would have to say 15 minutes, maybe a little less than that in their offensive zone in that period. It was excellent. They really had great positioning. They were getting opportunities in transition and catching Millersville's defense off guard. Millersville needs to make some adjustments. I think they realized maybe they're a little too comfortable with the lead, but they need to come out strong. They need to play aggressive defense, and they need to try to get those offensive opportunities that they were able to get in the first.
I would love to say it better, Cody, but I really couldn't. Just something to add right there. I think Rowan, Coach Caulfield has alluded to Rowan's speed. Rowan has great speed, and I think their speed kind of killed them in the beginning. Again, couple new players, more speed, so everyone has to adjust. I think Rowan just didn't adjust to its own speed. And now that Rowan is adjusted to the speed, you can see what their full potential is. And Zamboni's out on the ice, 5-3. For those of you watching at home, please stay. The screen will end up going black. But that is because we're on a Wi-Fi hotspot right now, because the Wi-Fi here is not being friendly to us. We're on a hotspot right now, and we will be back for third period. Don't leave. Stay right where you are. You don't want to miss this ending. Tom Snapley, Cody Decker, Jasmine Brown, stay put for third period action here on Rowan, Channel 5. Welcome back, folks. Thomas Napoli, play-by-play duties. My color man, Cody Decker, and our producer / camera woman, Jasmine Brown. Jasmine, you're doing a phenomenal job, giving me the thumbs up. Fortunately for everyone out there, she does not have a microphone, but nonetheless, got to give credit where credit's due today. Cody, talk about giving credit where credit's due. What are you crediting Rowan with this 5-goal surge they've had?
Just a way to fight back. I mean, we saw it a lot last season. Rowan was a team that would fight back. They would never quit. They always played 60 minutes of hockey. It didn't matter what the score was. This is a fighting back team, and the vibe has certainly not changed into this year. And they fought back. They were able to fight back in one period simply by taking control offensively, catching Millersville out of position, and the speed has just gotten to Millersville. In the second period, they now have a 5-3 lead as we head to the third.
And Millersville looking to catch some lightning in a bottle early, winning the face-off, taking a shot all under 5 seconds. And sending it down the length of the ice. Rowan forced to clear. No icing called. Behind the net. Taken, shot, right to the glove. Remember, it's Mark DeFreitas in net, no Eric Hench.
Made that change in the latter part of the second period, and really I don't know if you can make all the blame on Hench, as he made a lot of great plays out there today, a couple of nice saves. You know, the defense really needs to step up for Millersville, and Rowan's speed seemed to catch them off guard in that second period.
And right here, good poke check by Fowler, and Fowler going to the ground after the check. Big hit right there, fired up, and puck just left there for Nod. And that's Alex Polis bringing it up. Oh, tripped up a Millersville player with the body, excuse me. Up into the corner, looking to center it. No can do, says the Rowan defense. Up, slap shot from the point, and blocked away. It's Polis and McGahee trying to figure out who's going to take the puck. No one does, and it ends up being Millersville puck. But that's Alec Nikolai. Alec Nikolai bringing it in, going to try to dump it into the zone. Unfortunately for him, hits the wrong part of the glass and goes into the Millersville bench.
Millersville making their presence known early. A couple of chances there in their offensive zone. That's what they're going to need to do. You're down 2 goals. You're going to need to fight back just as Rowan did in the last period.
Now, if you remember in the first period, Millersville scored all their goals in the first half of the first period as a shot is deflected. So Millersville definitely wants to get momentum early in the period, get their shots early, and hopefully cash in early, because that is what worked for them today. Back behind the net's Morelli. Taken now, this is Geringer. Geringer. Oh, good stop by Austin Beatty. Trying to get it into their own zone is Millersville. Rowan takes it right back. Cross-ice pass. Up, and no one for Rowan touches it. And Rowan does not corral it, and it's a 2-on-1. Millersville, and a beautiful dive and poke check. That's Brian Keller putting his body out to help out his goalie, Cody Riley. L's there, very hard to pronounce. Alec Nikolai now taking it. Dumps it into the zone, and Rowan will change. And goes into the back part of the defensive zone where Peter Kaz takes it for Rowan. Kaz now behind the net, looking to start something. Off the boards, looks to be Leshevsky. Leshevsky staying with the play. Conrad Quinn, 2 goals already in the game, loses the puck. And off the shoulder, that's Samuel Meyer. Dumps it right back into the zone, into the near side corner, where Quinn is the Rowan prop pursuing. Meyer on the other side, Quinn on your near side. And Leshevsky, hands it down. That's Quinn. Leshevsky shot. Swing and a miss. Leshevsky again out in front. No one could get a shot off into the back of the net and sent across ice, stick knocked out of the hands. That's Conrad Quinn, who will be going to the box. Millersville looks to cash in on the power play just as Rowan has done thus far. Rowan 1 for 2 on the penalty kill, which of course means Millersville is 1 for 2 on the power play.
Not smart if you're Conrad Quinn. Legitimately just took the stick out of the Millersville player's hands, and that's going to be 2 minutes for him in the sin bin. Luckily, Rowan down 2 goals. Again, but not smart. You don't want to give Millersville any momentum to try and get back in this game.
Of course not. And again, seeing Rowan's success today and seeing how they were able to get a lot of their goals via the power play, going to be very interesting to see how tight they defend this as tries to send in a shot. Rebound try. Loose out in front. Knocking at the doors. Millersville. Can't put it in. Good clear by Rowan. So Millersville, about 15 seconds into the power play, almost had a goal. Millersville taking it up again. Around town. And that's Rowan taking it. That's Wilworth, and it looks like they might have numbers. Wilworth holds it, shot off the post. And Wilworth celebrating, did not realize that that puck did not go in the net. Rowan almost taking that 3-goal lead shorthanded. The play is not over until ref blows the whistle. And if you're Wilworth, you were, again, every sport's a game of inches. It was about 2 inches off from that deflecting in. Also, that did not make a loud clank as most shots off the post do. Could definitely see Wilworth's confusion there. All that being said, Rowan's penalty kill, 45 seconds left. As they bring it into the zone is Millersville. Shot deflected by Riley. Up, does not hit the net. Stays in play, stays behind the net for Rowan. Centering try. And play has been stopped. As the puck looks to be coming out of Rowan's defensive zone. 32 seconds left in the power play.
Not sure what they called there, but nonetheless it's going to be a break for Rowan as the puck comes out of their defensive zone, as Thomas alluded to.
Millersville trying to make the most of an opportunity they have on the power play. Keeping it in momentarily was Millersville. So Rowan pokes it out. Up to be Polis to poke it out. Polis pursuing the puck. Polis, very, very fast skater. And that was Nikolai looking for Polis in the center. Kind of just threw it. Polis was not there. Dumping it into the zone is Millersville. Rowan kills off the power play, and we're back to even strength. Here's Conrad Quinn out of the box. Looking for a stop and go. Cannot keep control of the puck. And that is Doherty. And that's Nikolai. Nikolai trying to chip it forward. Great defensive play to bat it down with the hand. That was Cameron Trump. Millersville eagerly going after Rowan. Going after the puck. Trying to get those turnovers. Looked in the first period, they were trying to intercept passes and take it over. Seems the way this game is going, they're looking to poke check it to try to get in better position. See how that goes as this game continues, as we are in the third period of play. 13:50 left. 5-3 Rowan. Shots go. 22 for Millersville, 32 for Rowan. Keeping it in the zone here throughout that whole spiel. His Millersville centering try, and a shot as the net comes off its horns. Shot taken by Ethan Beauchamp.
Going back to the Rob Woolworth play. He fired it well, but he just caught posts. Just got unlucky there. He definitely fired it to that top right corner very well, but unfortunately just couldn't find Dwan.
Defensive zone win for Rowan as they tried to chip it out of the zone. Unsuccessful there. Back behind the net, that's Morelli. Morelli trying to corral it, goes around the board and the defender simultaneously. And Rowan might have numbers here, 2-on-1, but an excellent defensive play as he chips it forward. But not only chipping it forward to stop Rowan, but to possibly get his own team on a rush, and shot stopped. And beautiful job to stay with it was Connor McEwen. About 3 defenders against him. Took a shot, was not able to be corralled by DeFreitas, and almost got the rebound to shoot back.
Good play by Tim Derugius on a possible 2-on-1 chance for Rowan. That was a key play there to try and stop Rowan from making this a 3-goal deficit for Millersville.
Back into your near side corner, looked to be a centering try, nobody home. Back down to Morelli. Morelli saying his name a lot in this game when it comes to controlling the puck, and a spinorama right there, pulling a Braxton Miller on him. You see that play, Braxton Miller, the spin? Ohio State,
yeah. Yes. I saw it the next morning on Top 10.
Yeah, Matthew Morelli doing his best Braxton Miller impression.
College football on today.
Yeah, how many sports references did I make that are non-hockey today?
You made plenty, and I love when you do it. It's excellent, and I hope our viewers enjoy the fun of trying to relate to some of these other sports here.
I figure on this wealth of sports knowledge, I might as well use it every now and then. Timeout is called on the ice here, and 12:33 left in the period. What do you got to do if you're Millersville offensively and Rowan defensively?
Millersville has been doing a great job offensively, getting a lot of opportunities, and Rowan can't seem to clear. So what Millersville needs to do is they need to get Rowan out of position, as they were handled out of position in the second period. If you're Millersville, take those transition chances that got you the goals in the first period. Take control. You need to get the puck from Rowan. Don't allow so many skirmishes where you're stuck in man-to-mans and you can't get a loose puck. You need to get the puck away from Rowan, get them out of position, and go score a goal.
Now again, if you're Rowan defensively, what do you got to do to improve?
It's very interesting because I'm interested to see if Rowan goes conservative or if they go aggressive. Are they going to keep going after the puck, or do they stay conservative? Try and stay back as they kind of were yesterday against Villanova and try and protect your goalie, Cody Riley, to try and get some deflections. If I'm Rowan, I'm trying to stay aggressive. 2-goal lead could turn into something very quickly on transitions, and if you get a loose puck, if you're Millersville, you're going to try and score. I'd try and stay aggressive. Go for another goal. You can never get enough goals. They keep going up and up. You don't stop on the scoreboard at a number.
And especially as a shot is blocked away, pad saved by Cody Riley. And Riley opts not to do a glove save, and especially if you're Rowan. If you're up 3, that's going to probably force Millersville to maybe pull their goalie if you're going to think down the road about 10 minutes. So you definitely want to get that goal because maybe then you could get an empty netter. But trying to score while the goalie's in net is Polis. A lot of moves. Looking to go around. Almost had it if it wasn't for some tremendous Millersville defense. Knew exactly where Polis was trying to go. Cody taking it out and sending it all the way down the length of the ice. Really didn't have anywhere to go with that puck. Went out. Looking to pass the players, too risky, just sends it down the length of the ice for an icing call.
Polis definitely confused Doffers on that play. Doffers didn't know where the puck was, but a nice job by number 10, Matt Eiley, to come and cut off at the last possible second because Polis was making his way around. He knew he had the open net, but Matt Eiley able to come in and stop the play from ever producing a goal.
Face-off won here by Millersville. Centering try. And it was Rowan who was there defensively, not offensively. That was Quigley looking to chip it out, looked to almost chip it in the net. Good for Rowan, that doesn't happen. Bad for Millersville. Cross-ice pass, nobody home off the boards. That's Polish trying to keep it in. Ends up staying in. Rowan was offsides, had to reset up the length of the ice. Taken now, Aiel. And shot into the net, out of play, looking for a second goal. And we have 11:16 left, and you know, this pattern of pucks going out of play seems to be coming back like it was early in the game.
And if you're Millersville in this third period, you've had a pretty good amount of possession in your offensive zone. And if play stops like that, you're back at a stalemate when it comes to a face-off. It's got to be a little disappointing for Millersville, even though they are used to this kind of environment here on their home ice.
And it's cleared in, taken back. Riley settles it down as Rowan takes it up the ice. That is Morelli. Loses it, but Keller is right there. Keller pushing it forward, off a couple players. And trying to clear it, but back to the stick of Morelli, where Morelli takes a shot, and it is deflected. Does not get to the net, though, as that's Alec Nikolai. Alec Nikolai, so small, so quick. Looking add to Rowan's lead, and the puck is loose, and swing and a miss right there was Keene. And that ends up being gloved by Cody Riley. 10:26, third period. We like to thank everyone for joining us today. Thomas DiNapoli, Cody Riley, and Jasmine Brown, our producer slash camerawoman for this game.
Cody Riley's in goal, but thank you, Thomas. He is not up here in the booth.
Yeah,
that's okay.
There's always that one time. And Riley, not Decker, with the nice save. You know, Cody's just been doing such a good job. I figure I might as well give him another shout out.
He deserves a lot of credit. A lot of great plays today, and it happened last year. It happened to Betty. I'm sure he's laughing if he's tuning in right now.
Nothing you could do but laugh. Back down the ice. Doherty takes it. Doherty sends it up. Trying to go through a couple defenders down to the ice. So Conrad Quinn, the one getting it. Sends it down, and Quinn's the man for Rowan. He's looking to get it. Nice shoulder check by Quinn. To Fowler. Fowler shot. Keeps it low. Pad save. Trying to tap it back in, push it back in, whatever you want to call it. Unsuccessful there, as it is gloved and iced for the face-off in Rowan's offensive zone as both teams change.
It's basically pretty basic, but it's just a simple fact. You're in transition for Rowan, a good chance you win the face-off here, as they do. You know, if you keep spending your time in the offensive zone, it would definitely help to kill some clock on Millersville.
Looks to be an odd man rush. Rowan, being as quick as we alluded to, was able to get back in time. Riley with a nice save with the shoulder. Did not go out of play, though, so it is kept in the defensive zone of Rowan, offensive zone for Millersville. That is Batty who had the puck, chips it, and it looks to go right to Riley. Riley settles it down and opts to pass it. And Millersville doing a good job of keeping it in and just poked out back to Austin Batty for the Marauders. Chipped forward, and the leaping attempt was number 85, Asher Mikebaker. And the arm is up. Whistle is blown. And who's the culprit here? That's Quigley. Charles Quigley for Rowan. Defenseman.
Interference call on Quigley. From our angle, I couldn't really see in the corner what had happened, but nonetheless, it's going to be a good chance for Millersville on the man up to try and trim this deficit in half.
Rowan on the penalty kill today. 1 for 3. Which, of course, means 1 for 3 for Millersville. Rowan almost had a shorthanded goal. And that's McGahee. Maybe looking for one right there. Wilworth and McGahee in the offensive zone. Trying desperately to get back. And they do, but Millersville takes it into the zone. Losing control of the puck for Millersville is Kyle Riddle, who has a goal in this game so far. Again, Quigley, 2-minute minor interference. Minute 22 left in the power play for Millersville. Penalty kill for Rowan. 8 minutes exactly left in this game. Taking it up ice, near side. Stops and starts. Rowan trying to clear it. That's Riddle again. Loose out in front. Rowan able to poke it away and send it down the length of the ice as Rowan will switch. McGahee off, Polis on, Wilworth off, Nikolai on. Trying to start up a rush. That's the way they've been going. Behind the cage into the near side boards. That's Millersville's plan. Nikolai ends up getting the puck after it was loose off the boards and down the length of the ice again. Goalie will have to settle it down. Stopping. 32 seconds left. Trying to start something up with Sean Walsh. Nikolai looking to poke just out of his reach. Riley smartly trying to clear it right there, but off. And looks like Nikolai might have a chance, but smart play right there to not allow Nikolai to get that puck and get the one-on-one. Sure, you send it into your bench, you have the face-off, but if Rowan's going to beat you as a goaltender, you want them to beat you on a play, not on a breakaway. 12 seconds remaining in this power play for Millersville. And they win the face-off. And goes around the net. It's Trump. Passing it to the near side boards to McDonald. McDonald's going to the center of the ice towards the far side boards and reaches the far side boards. Goes right around the net to the near side boards again into the corner. Poked. That's Drew Dolan. Scrum on the near side boards. That's Rowan who comes out with it. And that's Leshevsky who sends it into the zone. Around the net, and Polis. Great job deflecting it, keeping it in the zone. Unfortunately, being a man down, that looked to hurt Rowan as there was no prop there to get it. Just a little lazy shot in, maybe hoping for a rebound, maybe hoping for a change. Power play killed off by Rowan. 1 for 4 on the kill today.
Great job by Rowan. They really seemed as if Millersville could not get much momentum. They were able to kill it off, send the puck down about 4 or 5 times on that stand. Excellent job from a strong penalty kill unit.
And that's Leshevsky touching it first to have icing waved off and frozen in the zone. So, you know, that play right there could definitely be an unwritten, unsung play if Rowan's able to do something off this face-off. A look to be icing. Leshevsky touched it, got the goalie to freeze it. Let's see what Rowan could do here with the face-off. And unsuccessful right there. And it's chipped. Does not hit the low ceiling. And Peter Kaz being pursued around the net. Able to keep control of the puck. Conrad Quinn touches it. Now it's Leshevsky. Leshevsky trying to toe drag his way around someone and still somehow kept control of the puck that whole time. Back to the point. Back around. Tripped up is Leshevsky. Knocks the goalie down. Millersville fans calling for interference, but no call made. Collins. Shot. Low shot. Batted out of the air. Backhand try on his own rebound. Riley could not secure that. Left the puck loose for Collins to have second opportunity at that. Cannot get it past Riley. Rowan taking it now. Poor contact right there, but able to get it to Kaz. Kaz trying to send it around. Does so, but kept in by Connor Derricks. Derricks looks for the one-time pass. Loose out in front. That is Derricks. Backhand. Top shelf. 5-4. Rowan leading.
Connor Derricks on the goal. Couple of chances on shots for Millersville and a rebound that hits off of Riley. It's going to come right to the stick of Derricks, and all he's got to do is flick it into the net. And that's definitely what Millersville needed. I was just going to say before, we're getting into a time in the game where it might be panic mode, pressure mode on Millersville. But with that goal now, 4:48, and the shots on goal number is now a 4-shot on goal deficit now. They are putting the pressure on. They will continue to right here.
And another shot save. Cody Riley. Millersville doing all that while the clock wasn't even started. 4:48 after the goal. 4:48 after that play. Now, definitely they are closing that gap. As I've been alluding to before, Rowan has most of the game had near 10 more shots on goal, as the clock's still refusing to run here. Still not running, but play is going on. It's got to be about a 15-second run. The clock is still not running. But that's McGahee skating down the ice, and the clock finally starts up. Gonna see if that has any effect on the game later on. Last 15-20 seconds. Bolus, turnaround, slap shot, glove down. 2 profs and 1 marauder. And oh, Doherty. The shoulder check. But Millersville, after all that, able to keep it in. Shot. Oh, looked for a redirection. Sorry, couldn't think of the word right there. Looked for the redirection. Unsuccessful there. And this is Robert Wilworth. Wilworth shot and just missed the net. That's Polis. Back to Wilworth. Can't corral it. McGahee. Fowler. Fowler able to keep possession of the puck. Sends it to McGahee, but ends up going back around where Wilworth's the one pursuing, and Doherty able to keep it in. Rowan looks to be changing. Wilworth trying to bob and weave his way past a couple of defenders. Wilworth again. McGahee, one-time shot. Bad save. Rowan keeping it in the zone. That's Doherty now. Doherty takes the shot, and that is deflected out of play. Rowan trying to turn up the offensive pressure right there. 3:34 left in the third period. 5-4 Rowan lead.
Gonna see if they make a change on the clock. It says 3:34 right now, but that had to be 15-20 seconds that needed to come off that clock in that time span. So we will see. That seems to be what the referee is doing. We'll see what adjustment he makes. But if you're Rowan here, you can't be just sitting around now. You need to take control. You need to get back on the aggressive. Go get yourself that insurance goal. It really can't hurt unless you really make a play where it's just unlucky at some point. Millersville gets an on-man rush. But as far as Rowan is concerned, I think you got to stay on the aggressive, go for another goal. Don't just sit around. Don't be conservative on defense, because it kind of hurt you there on that last play. So they'll run down the clock here as well, Thomas.
21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Clock started at 3:32.
24 seconds. Oh, and they're going to keep running it down. And
they're going to keep running it. Wow, that's a whole
3:02.
That's a whole 30 seconds off the clock. That changes the whole dynamic of this game right now.
That changes a lot of the game now. We were saying 20, 25 seconds, but we may not have even caught it right away. Now, this is second time that clock's kind of didn't run when it was supposed to. But again, you're Millersville. Whoa, 30 seconds just got taken off the clock. If you're Rowan, you got to press and shot, and the clock is running. Under 3 minutes left in this third period. Sent around the boards. And turnaround shot from behind the net. Looking to go 5-hole there. Closes up the 5-hole. Denied. 5-4 Rowan, 2:46 left in the third period.
Rowan's always been a good team off the face-off. They seem to get some goals off the face-off every season. And it's just their aggressive play. And really, if you keep getting those shots off and you're in your offensive zone, that's going to keep ticking on the clock as to where Millersville can try and get a chance. However, since it was deflected, the puck's going to come back into the neutral zone.
Now, it's very interesting how you say with the clock ticking off. Now, we know what could happen, though, if they try too hard to not score. Millersville could come down tied the game again. Being a 1-goal game and a 2-goal game is a completely different game. Rowan tries to take it up. Definitely want to score again. That insurance goal gives a lot of peace of mind as Morelli lays the big open ice check and a centering try. Denied. Good job by Brian Keller putting his body out there. Looking for a second goal was Feehan, but wide of the net. Keene taking it up. Back down into the zone. Or Feehan is the one pursuing for the Marauders. And that's Nikolai. That is, weaves his way around. Controls the puck. Shot right into the chest. Loose puck. And it is frozen. And pushing and shoving. A little unrest going for the Marauders, for the Profs. Profs definitely want another goal. And we're under 2 minutes. And you know what that means? We're almost in goalie pulling time for the Marauders.
2-minute warning here. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:58, and the Marauders need to figure out something here.
And
as they will take their timeout.
Marauders call a timeout, good timeout. Definitely discussing the pulling of the goalie. Now, do believe the face-off will be in Rowan's offensive zone, so clearly you don't want your goalie pulled. While the face-off's in your defensive zone, definitely going to be curious. Rowan did a very good job eating up about 15-20 seconds on last offensive possession. But again, it's very dangerous trying to eat clock with how much is left. Again, at any point, if someone's eating clock, one poke check and a breakaway could mean overtime for this game.
That's why I'm saying stay on top of the puck. Don't, stay with the play. Don't make a mental mistake where that could possibly happen. If you're Rowan, try and keep it in your offensive zone. Stay on top of the puck.
See, this is such a hard thing because, I don't know, again, by the book might tell you, you got to be conservative and, just do a lot of passes. But conservative against an aggressive defense might not be the recipe for success here. Defense is going to look for checks and poke checks and interceptions and all that. So you want to have puck possession, but you can't be giving away the puck. Check down to the boards. The big check was Jonathan Collins. 1:35 left. Just getting out of the zone. No, kept in the zone. Fowler trying to get it out now, does, and that's McGahee. McGahee trying to hit it off the sideboard and get it into the offensive zone. Could not do so there.
Goalie is pulled.
Goalie has been pulled. Riley, excellent job right there, eating that puck. 1:15 left, and this is, if you're a hockey fan, this is the kind of hockey you like to see.
Extra man for the Marauders. Can they capitalize? Can they tie this game up?
And let's see what Rowan does. If they have the puck in their own defensive zone, are they going to stop a second and aim for the empty net, or are they just going to clear it down the ice? And looks like that was answered. They just tried to clear it down the ice. My opinion, that's a smart play. Don't wait that extra second or half second where it could potentially be poke checked. Worry about that when you're in shooting range. That goal will be huge if they can score it. Obviously, the goal is huge if Millersville could score it too. Ties the game, potentially sending it into OT.
Let's see. Millersville needs to win the face-off. They've had trouble with the face-offs during this game. Rowan has been, I think, definitely been on the positive side of winning face-offs this game, so they really need to.
And it's funny because early in the game when Millersville was doing as good as they were winning the face-offs. Leszewski having some words for the linesman. Not Leszewski, Polis, excuse me. Having some words for the linesman. I guess they're wondering why they had the face-off in their defensive zone maybe. Talking some things over. Regardless, minute 4 left. Oh, man. Referee stalling to drop the puck. And Rowan coming out successful, but intercepted. Shot goes through traffic, but does not get to the net. Polis sending it down the length of the ice. Icing will be called as 8 seconds was eaten off the clock there. We're now under a minute left. Rowan 5, Millersville 4.
Crunch time. Crunch time, crunch time for Millersville. Rowan seeing to play it the safe way, though. Just get it out of the zone. I think they have a lot of confidence in their centers that they'll be able to win the face-off.
Polis doing an excellent job. 2 consecutive. Down, this is McGahee. And missed an open net. That could be costly. Seemed to maybe dilly-dally just a little too much. But the puck's still in the zone. Defensive zone for Millersville. No goalie in the net, a poke check. Could be costly. 30 seconds left in the period. That's Leszewski. Bats it down. Leszewski again. Backhands. And now it just looks like they're passing. McGahee around. Under 20 seconds left. Through the legs of Leszewski. Cannot corral it. Was Knopf. That is Morelli. Morelli backhand. Morelli easy. Just taps it in the net. 2 seconds left on the clock. Matthew Morelli adding his first goal of the season, giving Rowan that insurance goal that they wanted. Very excellent job in the last minute for the Profs to keep possession of the puck. I mentioned that McGahee may have dilly-dallied a little too much, but hey, maybe that was part of the plan. Maybe the plan was get it to the back corner where you know you'll be there to eat up time and pass.
It's a great forecheck. Great forecheck by the Profs on that play and for Morelli to score.
Puck drop. Horns go out. Whistle blows, and that is your final score. Rowan 6, Millersville 4. Cody, please, let me know what you got.
Let me tell you what, as much as it seemed like Rowan had all the control in the second period, really Millersville came out in the third very aggressively, trying to get as many opportunities as they can, and they certainly did well with that. I'm pretty impressed with this Millersville team. It was not a blowout like last year's matchup, and really they seem as a team to be really gelling together. And I looked at the stat sheet before this game. There's 11 players going into this game have scored for Millersville, and they really depend on a team effort, it seems like, and that pretty much showed today. I really think that their team effort was good, but the Profs was just a little bit better.
Got to give it to Cody Riley. Cody Riley giving up 3 goals in essentially the first 10 minutes. Only giving up 1 goal the rest of the way when they were up 2 goals, so it really didn't hurt them. Excellent job. Again, goal scorers. Conrad Quinn had 2. Matt Morelli added that one with 2 seconds. He had Robert Wilworth on a goal, Andrew Doherty on a goal, Corey Geringer on a goal. All around team effort from the Profs. Great mental resilience there as they went down in the first period 3-0. Got the goal at the end of the first period. Scored for an answer to go up 5-3. Got another goal, went up. Yeah, exactly. Went up 5-3, ended up being 5-4 once Millersville got a goal, and then Morelli tapping it into the net to make it 6-4. Rowan wins. Rowan off to a 2-0 start on the season. 2 impressive wins. And that just about does it here. Lancaster Ice Rink, all the way out in Lancaster, PA. For Cody Decker, Jasmine Brown, I'm Thomas Napoli, saying tune in next time. We have Rowan hockey next weekend. We have Rowan football next weekend. Full slate next weekend. Tune in right here, live.rtnch5.com. Again, Tom Snapley signing off. Good night, and God bless.
This has been a presentation of the Rowan Television Network.